All right, and we're live. Well, not live, but we are action. All right,
You got
Conlan.
that, Ben?
How's it going, Conlan? It's been a while, like over a month. Uh,
Yeah, it's been a busy month, man.
that's true. Yeah,
You know how it is. Thanksgiving holidays, it's always busy.
I'm just glad that we were able to get this recorded. I wanted to do a Thanksgiving special. That didn't
Yeah.
happen.
No, not even close.
That would have been fun. We should have done it. It would have been like a 20-minute episode, but it would have been something.
Yeah.
To all my lovely viewers, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to put out a Thanksgiving special. There will be a Christmas special though. You can bet on that.
All right.
Um, so Colin, today we have a guest.
We sure do.
Um, he's been our friend for a while since, well, probably the start of high school.
Yeah, I was gonna say 8th grade, ninth, something like that.
We didn't really know him in middle school. That wasn't our fault though. Anyway, introducing our friend Gabe.
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah.
Hey Gabe,
Howdy, howdy.
how's it going?
I'm doing all right. What about you? What about you?
Okay. Just trying to vibe. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm. What's going with you, Conlon?
It's going.
That's good. Here we're having a very interesting topic today, right?
Yes, and
Word on the block.
we might do this in the future, but for now, we're not going to talk about Cyberpunk for all of you people who want to hear about it. Maybe next time. We have a
I could
different
go all
topic
day.
actually. That's still pretty relevant, believe it or not.
I could go
Today,
all day about Cyberpunk.
today we're going down the rabbit hole, kind of. We're talking about aliens. So, starting off, Conlon, what do you think so first of all, do you guys think aliens are real?
If you don't think aliens are real, you're a fucking idiot.
I think aliens are real. I don't know if they're exactly the little green Martian men that we see on Mars, or see in quotations on Mars, but I do believe that there is some form of life out there that is not exactly
I
human.
don't care if
Maybe
it's a goddamn
humanoid,
single
but
cell organism. That's technically an alien.
That's
yeah,
true.
I'm on that same boat. I don't know. I don't think it's the little green men who are watching us in the sky, but you know,
And
could be
Yeah,
that
because
wrong.
they
that's a
are.
whole nother thing too. I think there's obviously something out there, right? You got the entire
Gotta
universe
be.
infinitely expanding. They tell me that there's not gonna be
Where
another
does it?
tell me there's not gonna be another thing just like what we had, where perfect conditions to grow life, pretty much.
Exactly. I
So
mean, it's not like we can really go anywhere outside of our solar system, really.
yeah, and we can look outside of it, but once you start looking way off, that stuff's when it's a million light years away, you're seeing it what it looks like a million years ago.
Yeah,
So that kind of hinders our space observation as well. But all right, we're all on the same page. There's definitely some sort of aliens out there,
yeah.
whether they're like a plant or like an actual living conscious being like us. There's something out there. So Gabe, you said you didn't think they were like the little green Martians that you see on TV or whatever. What do you think they are?
I mean, I think that they're, something maybe like a single cell organism, maybe, or, I don't, like I said, I don't think exactly like the little green Martian men that we'd see on TV, but I think that they could be something like us, maybe humanoid. They could be on planets. They could be in a different, set of time. For example, we're technically modern right now, but for them, they might be having like spears and bows and arrows and things like that. There could be something out like that out there. That's what I believe, but I
Yeah.
don't think there's like conquerors of the galaxy who are wipe out empires and things like that. That I don't think that's likely
Right.
because
So
it's
it's not like a Rick and Morty Space Federation thing.
yeah, nothing like that. No space federation. I mean, there could be some creature out there that's not as advanced, or even they are more advanced than us. It's just they're not at our point yet, or something like that. But I don't think that there's some space federation that's just leaving us alone. Because I was just gonna say we would have definitely had some sort of sign if there was like space federation.
Yeah, exactly. We would have if there was something as big as that, we definitely would have known about that long, long time ago.
And
So,
then there's go ahead.
what would you like? What do you think they would like? So you said it could be a range of things.
Hmm.
from single cell organisms to actually like kind of living beings. Do you
Hmm.
think that they're more advanced than us out there?
Uh, like I said, there could be possibly. I mean, would you believe? Do you believe that like there could be something out there that's more advanced than us? I don't mean that to be passive aggressive, but I'm curious about your thoughts too, because I think that there could be something out there. I'm
I,
not sure what exactly, but you know.
I think for me, I think there is.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's life that's more advanced than us out there. I
There
think
Mm-hmm.
has to be, right?
I think they're watching us.
I don't know about
Uh,
that one, mate.
You never
yeah,
know.
Possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. Just no proof.
What do you think?
yeah. That
Do you think there's uh, more advanced life than us, Conlan?
I mean, there has to be, right?
I
There can't not be.
I'm with Conlon on that, but I think there probably is
Like, but
something
there's
more
also got
advanced.
to be people who are, you know, like they're probably still stuck in like caveman time.
Hmm.
well,
So I mean,
and then there was the thing this summer that where the
uh-huh.
government, the Pentagon admitted to UFOs being real. I don't know if you guys heard
Whether or
about
not
that.
yeah, whether or not that's true though, I mean,
See, that was kind of all covered up by like riots and the virus. There
exactly.
was,
Kind of just flew under the radar.
and maybe that was kind of their plan to kind of say this and be like, hey, we said it, but not everyone really heard about it or anything. But yeah, the Pentagon this summer, the Pentagon did admit that there is other life out there.
Hmm.
There's even I got a cool video right here of unidentified aircraft footage. Oh, there we go. The freaking ad came up, and it's just kind of weird seeing this because you've also heard the stories of maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago where all of a sudden the air base, you have an military installation and their radar starts going all wacky, so they throw a couple planes up in the air to see what's going on, and then it's gone, and it's like, well, what was that? And that's why I would think that I think they're watching us. I think they're at least visiting. They might not be watching us all the time, but they're passing through.
My only question about that though is why not contact us? Or do maybe you had they maybe and this is just something I'm making up here. I don't want to sound like Dale Gribble. But maybe they contacted our governments or something like that. And I don't mean that to be sarcastic, but I mean literally, like they contacted our governments or something. But why wouldn't they contact us in general? If they I think it'd be kind of weird to just watch and not make contact with. I mean, you can watch. I mean, maybe they view us like creatures in a zoo, but
That's
you know,
possible. I think no, I definitely think there's some validity behind what you're saying. They would, take me to your leader kind of thing.
hmm.
Yeah,
And you know what?
that's fair.
I think I watched a little video. I don't know if it was true or not, but this people are going to be so mad at me because I don't sound very credible at all, but this politician that was in another country, I think he was a president or something. He had just stepped down from office and he like spilled the beans about a bunch of stuff. He said one thing he said was that, look, they're not going to visit us until we are peaceful, until we've proven that we don't need to fight each other anymore. They're not going to come see us.
So never.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was kind of my thought.
well, not for a very long time at least, in my opinion. I mean, it could happen, but I don't know. But from what that guy said, he said until we stop fighting, they won't come visit us as a whole. Because apparently, this is pretty far fetched. He said that the aliens are hiding all this super cool technology and all this super cool stuff that could like save our planet and fix all our issues, but they won't show that to us or give it to us until we prove that we can stop fighting each other.
My only question is, and I'm forgetting it now. Oh shoot. My only question now. I remember it now. Why would they help us?
I don't know. Why would they not help us?
Because we're not
Uh,
them. And I don't mean that to
yeah.
sound xenophobic or anything like that, but I mean, we are something completely foreign to them. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of mental capacity, and we humans have a lot of potential, right? And we've made a lot of beautiful things. But think about it: if you are a more advanced society, okay, imagine it like this: we are, and I know we are related to apes and things like that, but it's like the human and an orangutan. We are impressed by the orangutan because of its intelligence and what it can do and how it can act and how calm it can can be and gentle it can be. But we don't put ourselves onto its level. We are not on the same level of it. Even though the orangutan has brain functions and it can have emotions and it can understand certain things and it can even understand language if it's taught it, we don't put ourselves on that same level of an orangutan.
Hmm.
We view ourselves as superior, but why wouldn't those aliens view us as, or view themselves as superior? That's my question.
That's actually a really good way of putting it, Gabe. I never thought of it that way. I always thought of it of being, well, what if we were in their shoes? What if we were looking down at this planet like just the way we are now, and we
Mhm.
we saw this planet with all these super, you know, technologically advanced or the civilization that for us is just starting. For them they might think they're in the peak, but for us we know like the way our civilization is, these guys are just starting. I wouldn't For us, I think we would want to see them. I don't think we'd want to fight them or anything like that.
No, no, I think. Sorry, I feel like I interrupted. My apologies. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. Yeah,
You
you
want
can
to
you can
finish?
go.
No, you sure? I interrupted. I
Yeah, it's
feel
all right.
bad. Uh, I was just gonna say. I think that with us, we have more of a. We as humans, we have a natural, like, it's in our, I think, in our blood to be curious about things. And we only, the time when we fight is through mainly fear and anger. That's when we mainly fight. But I think every creature, even if it's more superior than us, I think that we would be more curious than hateful, more curious than scared, more curious than anything else. I mean, some people might be terrified of it if they say, "Oh yeah, look at this, you know, gun that I could shoot someone with and they just vaporize in thin air." I think people would be terrified of that,
Yeah.
but if they're like, "Hey, where we exist, look at our ship, we can see you, blah blah blah, yada yada yada," you get the whole 9 yards. If they act like that towards us, we'd have more of an interest than a hate, more of an interest than a fear, more of an interest than, even happiness or disgust or anything like that. We'd be more of intrigued than anything else for emotions, and that's my opinion. You might disagree with that, and I'm sorry again for interrupting. I sometimes do that, and I don't mean to.
No, it's good. It's good.
So
I
yeah.
like what you said. And another way of thinking of it is that those aliens are past the point of fighting.
Hmm.
If they were able to
Oh,
all join together and travel across the universe, they're not fighting each other anymore like we are. They're at
hmm
the point where fighting just seems irrelevant. I
hmm
I bet. And they would look at us and be like, "Look at these mongrels, these absolute."
I mean, if you were them, would you want to help our planet?
No, I'd probably be like, "No, you guys need to stop fighting, or else you're gonna use this cool technology that we have against each other."
Exactly, that's what I would think. I would think that, they got, they got all this stuff that's advanced, but with us, we'd probably just use it to fucking kill each other.
My
Hmm.
question is this, right? If they are so peaceful and all unified together, why not share the secrets to us? I think that
Because we're idiots.
if we were told, or if I think that if every government was told, like Russia, China, America, Canada, Mexico, doesn't matter, you get the whole 9 yards. If they were told by an alien race, about a majority of them will say, "Hey," or sorry, let me rephrase that. If the aliens told the majority of those governments, "Hey, if you guys stop fighting and put your problems aside and work together as one kind, as be unified together, blah blah blah," majority of the countries will say yes. Majority of the countries will say yes, just for the interest of knowing them and also getting technology from them. Because didn't you say that the aliens would give us technology if we stopped fighting,
It's a
right?
possibility.
Yeah, if it's a possibility, I think that most governments would say, "Oh, hell yeah! I mean, we're getting more technology to advance our kind, advance our, our planet to our own governments. Hell yes, we'll stop fighting." I mean, there's a chance that we might go back to fighting. I think, but,
That
Pretty good
uh,
chance, I would say.
that's what I
but
was thinking. I would think they would want to let us do it naturally and get rid of that whole fighting thing on our own. Because if they come in the middle, like right now, if they came and they were like, yada yada, we got all this cool stuff, we'd be like, oh, okay, we won't fight, and then we'll take it and then go fight.
mhm.
Exactly. Versus if we just do it on our own,
And
then it's like
and
there's a
actually
less
get past
likely.
it, right? And actually get
Exactly.
through the fighting
Mhm.
to the point where we won't want to actually fight anymore. That seems like a good reason. Then they would come out.
Exactly.
And another
My
thing
o-
too, they and they might not know they're doing this, but they're kind of freaking us out by not showing themselves.
mhm.
They're making
That's
us,
true.
we're getting all paranoid like what are they doing? If they're nice and stuff, we don't know that cuz they're not showing themselves. They're being real sneaky about it.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I mean, I've also wondered like why is it that like we're always the ones to hear like about our government about aliens. Most of the time, it's not China, Russia,
That's true
any of
too.
the other governments.
But then again, Conlan, we live in one of the most powerful countries in the world.
That's fair. We also live in one of the dumbest countries in the world.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, you could say that. I mean, I like you could go to Britain, or you could be like someone from Britain or someone from Russia or China, and they could say, "Oh yeah, we're one of the best countries in the world, but we got some of the dumbest people."
Yeah, that's true.
I
I
was
do.
just gonna say
Yeah,
we are very highly critical of ourselves when it comes to things. I mean, it just in our to humankind itself, but also to us as a person. I mean, but my only question is, and this is, I mean, I know you guys don't have an answer for this one. You guys can throw your, ideas into this, but it's just kind of like a a free idea is, were those aliens against each other, or have they always been unified? And the thing about it as well is that, and I'm sorry for bringing up, kind of D&D here. I know that it's a nerdy game, but I mean, in that game, there's something called lizard folk, and they don't have emotions. They're alien. Their minds are very alien-like. They don't really. They're quite. When I say alien, I mean foreign. But their minds are quite foreign compared to other people that actually are sentient, and they can feel certain emotions. Do these aliens have that same kind of head? Like, yeah, same kind of head? Like, they don't feel anger, maybe? Maybe they don't feel anything, but kind of like things like maybe, kind of a little bit of aggression or pleasure or want, things like that. Like, their brains must work differently if they have one,
oh,
right?
almost like a robot.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying a robot exactly, but their brains must work a bit different because I mean, we feel a giant vast of feel a lot of emotions, but they might feel way more emotions. They might feel less emotions. They might not even feel emotion. You know,
That's a good
they might
idea.
not even
Yeah,
understand our own brains because the thing about it is that they're not us, right? When I bring up that unified point earlier, I mean, they might have just started out, unify, or they might have started out, fighting each other, but then quickly unify, But us, on the other hand, we've made countries, we've made factions, we've made monarchies and dictatorships and democracies. We've done that throughout our whole time being alive, right? They might have just started out and then made a not a democracy, but a monarchy, and have had that for thousands on top of millions of years. Or not even a monarchy; they could have had a democracy for thousands of millions of years. We don't know that. No one knows that, but it might be more easy for them to stop fighting than us because our minds are probably way different from their heads. We think way differently than they do because of the way that they might perceive emotion and the way that they might have started out in their history. So with them saying, "Hey, if you stop fighting, we'll help you," is kind of unfair for us at the same time because we are so diverse compared to them, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that we owe like they owe us these items. By the way, don't don't take it that way. I'm not saying that we owe it. I mean, I don't think we do owe any creature anything, or they owe us anything. In my opinion, but I mean, you get I hope that makes sense. I kind of stuttered a little bit and kind of I think I messed up my point a little
Yeah.
bit, but I hope you guys get it.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
You ever
and
wonder like major language barriers?
That too, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Like massive, like it's not like one person, American speaking English and Chinese, that's obviously massive, but like you're talking intergalactic.
Yeah. They
Different
evolved
here.
completely differently. They might not
Oh,
even have a
exactly.
diaphragm. They probably don't.
Yeah.
They might
Or there's a
talk.
chance they just speak through noises.
Yeah, they might
I was
talk through
just
their
gonna say.
minds for all we know.
Oh
I was
yeah.
gonna make a joke saying that they could speak like.
You mean African?
Yeah. Oh,
Some of them talk like that, speaking in tongues.
I mean, yeah, maybe millions upon millions of years ago.
I think I don't know. I think with the aliens, if they're smart enough to travel across the universe, you'd think they'd be smart enough to figure out uh, a language like
maybe they,
ours.
maybe
Fair
they're just
enough.
speaking kind of like in sign language.
They roll up, just start speaking ASL.
Yeah.
Just, oh, really?
That's how we communicate with each other. It's like just know how to they know our sign
They know
languages.
sign
All
language.
right, now we gotta talk about all these weird ass monoliths around the world.
Yeah, the monoliths. Okay, now this was good because Conlan and I thought of the idea for this episode before the monoliths, so this actually kind of worked out for us because they
Yeah,
all of a sudden they started showing up.
yeah. So first started in Utah, and then one appeared in Romania, and then they just started popping up everywhere else. Then the one in Utah kind of just disappeared. I'm betting the government just yoinked that.
Yes, didn't they say that like a bunch of guys, like blacked out guys, whatever, in dark clothes came in and took them at night, took the
Oh,
monolith one night.
I believe it. I'm sure. Like, I guarantee you, the government has it.
All it was is like a stainless steel box.
Something like that. I mean, I don't know what the hell it was specifically.
I have a question actually.
Yeah.
You know how I brought up that previous point, or how we brought up the previous points of it could be like waiting, or the creature, those aliens could be like waiting for us to be peaceful or things like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, think about
Labradoodles.
living
Crown.
creatures. I mean, and I'm just going off us as creatures. We like symbolism, right? Like what's maybe there's symbolism behind these monoliths. Maybe it's that same alien kind, or maybe it's like a different different group of aliens who this is actually a threat. The monoliths are a threat. You know.
That could be a possibility. I mean, it's not out of the question.
I highly doubt the monoliths are anything. I think they're probably man-made, but I could be completely wrong.
I think
For all I know, this could just be the government fucking with us around the world. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't know if
I
the
don't think it's
government would
that
do
one.
that, but I bet there might have been one or two real ones. Real, I don't know, but I think there's a lot of fakes out there.
Oh yeah,
oh,
no, definitely.
probably.
There's a YouTuber that I subscribe to. I mainly watch it because he's just kind of he's quite an interesting man. He's named Colin's Corner. Uh, he's one of his most known videos. Is people calling him a Tic Tac, and he gets angry about it. But uh, he made a video where he went to a monolith in Britain, and the thing about it is that you could tell it's man-made because it's like you could see the wood underneath of it. If you look close enough, you could see the wood. So yeah, it was made pretty well actually, but you could see the wood under it. So that's why I say there's probably a lot of them that are man-made.
You guys see all the ones that knocked down the one in, I think, California.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah, they were talking like, yep, we don't need no fucking aliens here.
Yeah. Oh yes, they knocked it over. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yes.
I
Um,
just got a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I wonder what it is. Like, if aliens actually put it there, like what's it do?
Yeah, I would want to know what it is, alien or not.
Like, yeah.
Because
First
it
of all,
kind of just,
why would a person put it there?
I have
yeah, they
another
kind of just
question.
came out of nowhere. It just kind of happened.
I have another question. Maybe it's like maybe the aliens are doing this for seeing how we would react. So some things that's so minute because all it is I know it's quite foreign, but all it is literally just
A
it's
square.
a brick. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's literally just a giant brick, and we're like, oh my god, it's an alien,
that's
or
true.
blah
Yeah,
blah blah, and we're
people do
freaking
like to
out,
freak
smashing
out.
it, throwing it
You
over.
ever think that we're just one big ass reality show for other aliens?
Yes.
I
I
mean, seriously, like we. I mean, uh, just saying.
Oh
I mean,
Jesus.
we're
Yeah, we might be.
interesting year specifically.
That'd be kind of funny, actually.
I,
I bet that'd be a
I
good
got
show.
a I got a funny joke. What happens if the aliens have the same mindset of like those like government employees of saying violent video games make you so violent and you need to you need to
Oh,
end that
Oh,
too.
yeah, yeah. That'd be funny.
Lord.
Do you?
I I just never understood how there's people in the world who just don't think that there's anything out there except us.
Hmm.
Like,
At this
how would that
point, like,
even be
really?
remotely possible?
Yeah, like, come on. If you don't think aliens exist at this point, then, dude, you.
I mean, they're probably the same people who also think the Earth is flat,
Yeah, yeah.
which makes, in my mind, makes even less sense.
Oh, yeah. I don't. The Earth is flat, obviously.
Pog?
It's just a floating disc.
Bro, we'll
Australians
just be
be
a
Starting to
like.
floating
disk
piece
drive.
Australians are just constantly falling to the
falling off.
sun.
Yeah.
Australians
They
are
have
the readers on the disc.
I was just gonna say Australian weapons of Australia is just the aliens. No.
Yeah. Why isn't there a monolith there then?
Oh,
I
never thought of it
mean,
that way.
Hmm. What if it's a what if it's like a I don't know, like a signal? Like what if the aliens are claiming their territory?
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't like us. They want it.
y'all ever read you guys ever read Armada?
No.
No. What's
No,
it
it's
about?
just it's about this kid, he plays it's like a VR game almost. And he fights a bunch of aliens from space, it's a video game, and he gets recruited by the government because it's not a game, it's basically a whole training simulation
Oh,
for
really?
actual aliens that exist. Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm like I've always thought about that. I'm like, what if that was an actual thing?
You're playing Call of
Ever
XCOM
since I
2
Duty.
be
read it.
like,
Like I've always wondered, like about things like that. Like, what if that was an actual thing that existed? What do you do then?
Your KD on Call of Duty is like 9.0 and all of a sudden the FBI knocks at your door.
sir, we need to talk about you with your skill. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Face Clan are just a bunch of CIA agents.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope not. If that's the case, we're pretty much screwed.
They're the best we got.
Yeah, but like when I read that book, I always thought that was pretty interesting to see if that would be a thing.
That'd be kind of cool, actually. Like if you win, you get recruited by the government.
I would
Like,
not like
yeah,
that. I would
yeah.
not
There's
like
like,
that.
I mean, they basically just based it off a leaderboard, like of like the best players in the world, and then they would get them.
You're playing on like an Xbox, and then they're like, okay, here's the actual aliens invading. Here's an Xbox controller. It's the same
Kill them all,
Yeah.
exact thing.
boy.
Yeah, and it was one of those things. Like I think the whole thing of it was that at first they thought we were being peaceful, and then we did something wrong, and then they became really hostile.
I don't know. That would happen. I think they'd be like realistically. I think they'd be smart enough to be like, oh, they're just dumb.
No, yeah, that too. But I've always wondered, like, what would happen if you did find one race of aliens that did think, maybe we can be peaceful, and then we do something wrong, and then that happens, and they're like, screw you.
As the aliens want our oil, that'd be awkward.
Another point that I would have as well is maybe like more, what's stopping them from giving us some certain like new pieces of technology, but not giving us something like spaceships, for example. I mean, like kind of like giving us small little pieces at a time. Like take a cookie, giving us a couple crumbs, and then giving us an actual chunk, and then another chunk, and then the rest of the cookie. You get the whole thing. Uh,
Yeah, so
like
you
what's
eventually
stopping
get
them
a
from
damn
doing
cookie
that?
jar.
Because it would, yeah, it's basically giving us these little crumbs. When we have this crumb, we're like, okay, if like basically if we're mature enough to have it.
Yeah,
That's what's in the monoliths.
yeah,
Hmm.
cookies.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is our little cookie.
they're just
This is our
giant cookie
cookie.
jars.
No,
These
well,
are the little
they
crumbs.
They do say that aliens helped us build the
The
pyramids.
pyramids.
Pyramids, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, that's
I
another
don't.
problem. Like, you can't. There's no real way to disprove that or prove it. It's
No.
kind of just there.
Right, yeah. And it's like
One
they're
second.
like, well, we could have done it, like in theory, but man, it would have been hard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like when you look at just the size and the amount of weight all that is, like, yeah, in theory, you could, like, yes, you can get a bunch of people to do it, but
Yeah, they did that by
I
hand.
mean, exactly. That's another part you got to think is like, I don't know.
I'm not even sure if the wheel existed yet. I'm gonna look that up.
I don't think it did. Um, I don't know. The wheel was invented like what 1700, something
No,
like that.
Conlan, Jesus. 3500 BC.
Obviously, 3500 BC. So when were the pyramids built?
Alright, the
Obviously, it was invented in 1600, Ben. You're obviously not looking at the right
yeah.
website.
2500 to 2490 BC.
So yeah, it was then. I mean, you also gotta remember it's probably like one of the most basic things then.
Right.
You
So
know,
the wheel
nothing
existed.
super crazy. But you're also in the middle of a desert. You have a wheel. How useful is it actually gonna be
Yeah,
though?
you're pulling it through sand and you're carrying like a 20-ton rock.
Exactly. Like, and not even just one. You're probably carrying multiple.
I'm pretty sure it was done by hand, the pyramids.
That's what it said
Yeah.
to.
See, that's what makes people think the aliens helped. Because, like, come on, that's almost an impossible task. And then some people will say that we built the pyramids as like a gift to the aliens. Like, look at that! Look what we did for you guys. Like a monument.
Pharaohs were actually aliens secretly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm also like, I'm not gonna say it's, that's what could have happened.
If someone told me that the aliens helped build the pyramids, I go, "Wow, really? Okay." Like I
It's like,
wasn't.
yeah, it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna think it's impossible, but I'm not gonna also think it's
I'm
100%
not gonna say
likely.
for sure.
Exactly, because again, there's just, with that type of thing, there's with how long ago it happened, there's no way to prove or disprove it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I watched one episode of the the alien show on Discovery or whatever it was called or whatever channel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
The first
about.
episode was about the pyramids and how they helped, and also some interesting structures in like the Central America. There's some
Hmm.
really
Yeah,
neat structures there with like all these crazy, really smooth surfaces. And I don't mean smooth like feel smooth, but like flat. Like, how do you get something completely level 10,000 years ago? Or 5,000 years ago? It's like, oh, that's not very easy. So they think that the aliens help make these monuments in Central America too.
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's possible, but again, there's no way to prove or disprove it.
Right. Yeah. If you told me, I'd be like, wow, that's really neat, and then I'd be like, I'm kind of not surprised though. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I guess.
Uh, I'm messing up. There's this. I'm going off of memory here, but there's this guy named Gary McKinnon, and he's like this guy who lived, I think, or was born in Ireland. He moved to America, and he was really good at hacking, and he hacked NASA multiple times. Uh, and he saw a lot of things that he wasn't meant to see, like UFOs and
Really?
aliens and blah blah blah. Yeah, stuff like that. But don't give me like don't be like, oh, this is 100% true. Take it with a grain of salt because this guy, when doing this, he smoked pot while doing it.
Oh, he
So
was
take
high
it
as
with
a
a grain of
kite.
yeah, but he was a very interesting guy. He said that he saw lots of aliens and blah blah blah. He was finally caught after like a while of him hacking NASA. Like he hacked NASA a lot.
Did he
Uh,
really?
yeah,
He
a
just
lot.
casually
It
hacked
wasn't
a.
like yeah, no, it wasn't a one time thing. Yeah, no, he literally casually hacked it. They kept booting him off the system, but they never like really approved it. He would just keep hacking, and apparently he caused like a lot of damages.
He was why the Challenger exploded.
Yes, no. But no, he caused. Apparently, there's a lot of damages caused, and he was gonna get like hit with a charge with it. And the thing about it is, like, he was high as a kite. That was the thing about it, or not high as a kite, but he was high on pot. So what he could have saw was false, anyways. I mean, he still did a lot of I'm messing up. Basically, a lot of things came out. The government was still trying to hit him hard with these like charges. It wasn't just like the thing that he was high. There was more things to it, but they were trying to hit him with these charges still. After some of it, like kind of came to light and things like that. Like it came out that he had. I think he got off because it was confirmed that he had
BRB.
Asperger's.
Oh, really?
All right. Mm-hmm. But I can't remember. This is all off memory. I can't remember everything perfectly. But the government was trying to hit him pretty hard. Uh, you know,
Hmm.
I remember that though. I remember they were trying to hit him pretty hard, and it was kind of like, why hit this guy pretty hard when this guy, he even though he did hack NASA and apparently he did cause some damages. They're trying to hit him super hard. They wanted to put him away for a very long time.
Like, yeah, like he actually found something that was real. Because I feel like a lot of the time the government would be like, "Haha, you're funny, silly goose," But they know
Cost
that this guy
damages,
was
pay
in the
for it, blah blah
system.
blah. Yeah.
They know that he saw their secrets, and they're like, "Oh, this guy is. We're gonna show people what happened." And a lot of times, I heard a lot of hackers are hired by the government.
Oh yeah, no, no, that's true.
They're like, "Hey, you're pretty good at this. Why don't you use it on China?" And
uh,
yeah,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
um, no, it's fine that you don't know your sources. I was gonna say, this channel's motto should practically be the I think I remember source, because
Mhm.
we never have an actual source, pretty much, like like all the time.
Uh, Yeah, no, I just can't remember too much. I mean, because it's been a while since I got research about it. It was, we were planning on doing this weeks ago for this, and I prepared for the topic a bit. Uh, but I will say one thing. I got a lot of my info from a YouTuber who made a video about it, and the funniest thing about it, right, is that he was hacked the next day. Now you'll be like, "Oh, that's bad. He got hacked." Well, he was hacked by Gary McKinnon, the guy who hacked he hacked NASA.
Was he really?
Yeah, and he said, "Hey guys, Gary here. There was some slight mistakes in the video, which I made a video, or like, here's my video for some things for some info. But besides that, though, good video overall. It was, mainly true. Blah blah blah. You get the whole gist." And he linked his YouTube channel, and then after that, he didn't like the Gary McKinnon didn't change his password or anything like that. But Count Dankula next day, that's the guy, by the way. The guy next day though made a tweet saying, "Not, I'm not even mad."
I'm not even mad. No, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be either. That's gangster.
mhm,
He pretty much just came on and corrected him and then left.
mhm. It was just a little bit of info, but yeah, it was still. One second, I'll try to find it. I'll find the tweet and I'll send it to you. I mean, you don't gotta put it in, but it was funny. It's funny.
um. While Conlan's gone, I would also like to promote our Discord server. I've made this is the second video I've made since it came out, and I forgot to advertise it in the first one, so I'll put a link for that in the description, and if you want to join, then you can. We've pretty much got a bunch of channels and stuff, and there will be announcements on when videos are uploaded, and also when Conlan does Twitch streaming, he will post it there. Just recently, he streamed the new Cyberpunk game for a while, and that was nice to watch. So hopefully you guys can join too if you get the chance. Sorry about the plug there, but Conlan's gone anyway for a minute, so yeah.
Mhm.
What So we covered what what we thought they looked like, where they're coming from, stuff like that, and we don't think they're mean, but we don't really. I don't know. Do you think they're nice?
Uh, I mean it. Hmm. I mean, I'm not. I'm taking the that you said the president guy. I'm taking what he said with a grain of salt with what he
Of
said
course, yeah.
there. because it could be very much well faked
Yeah.
because but you know, so far since we have been thriving for, I think, in my opinion, a long time now, to maybe other things out there, or, we in reality, I've like in actual years it's been a long time, but but to us or to something else, we might feel like, oh no, we've been here for, short amount of time, but for the time we've been here though, right, we have not been attacked by a foreign, and when I say foreign, I mean the world has not been attacked by a foreign sentient, a creature of some sort,
I don't think
or
they
almost
would.
been attacked. Yeah.
Could you imagine if they did? It
Yeah,
would be
just
the end of the
next
world.
day. Yeah,
It
yeah,
would
next
literally.
day, all of a sudden, 40k Warhammer lasers heading the planet.
Yeah. Oh God. I don't think they would invade us.
No, no, nor do I.
I
I
remember
mean,
being like younger and being like, "Oh my God, what if the aliens invade?" But looking at it now, it's like, why? What? They wouldn't.
yeah, I was just gonna say we're kind of there.
They know that even if we tried fighting them, they would probably win. Although,
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I was just gonna say,
or
I
they
don't
would
think
just
we
let
can
us,
do much.
or they would just leave us alone.
Mhm,
They'd say, "Fine, be like that. See ya."
mhm.
Because right, like I said, if they don't do fighting anymore, they wouldn't have any military implements. So I feel like if we tried to fight them, they'd be like, "Fine, we'll go. Screw you guys. You can kill
Well, my question
yourselves."
is because well, they don't fight, but my opinion is that we humans can be very arrogant.
True.
And I was just gonna say, what's stopping us from, finally not calming down and not attacking our own kind? But then the second we get like, spaceships and laser weapons and all this stuff, blah blah blah, you get the whole gist, the whole 9 yards. We get all that type of stuff. We go out in space finally. We start our, like a space civilization together, and then start realizing, oh yeah, we hate those other guys, those other aliens out there. We hate them. We want to take them out. What's
Yeah.
they don't got a military, so
Right.
what are they gonna do? Are they gonna build up a military? Because we obviously would have I'm pretty sure we as humans would definitely build up a military no matter what.
United States already has a space force.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say. I
But yeah,
mean,
I right. Yeah, that's true. We would definitely be the bad guys of space.
hmm
We would definitely be the ones to invade other planets and take their resources and kill everyone.
to think that we came from a monkey to this.
To think we're killing what we once loved.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, I can picture that. Like we'd be like, "Oh, aliens are so scary," and our world's militaries can't do anything to fight them. Then the moment we were able to, like, where we have like space weapons and all these cool ships and stuff, we're like, prepare to die.
Yeah, we're just like, take this, fucker.
Where's your oil?
Yeah. We want oil.
Oh God, I don't know where
Like we have
Conlan is.
everything else, just don't want oil. I don't know where you went either.
We
It's
definitely
weird
would
that
take the
almost
oil.
we've already it's been nearly an hour already. That's quite weird.
Yeah, we're getting there. It goes by fast.
Oh yeah, I can tell. I'm not eager to leave or anything like that. I just noticed that I checked the time and you sent the message around 6:47, I think, and it's 6:42 already. So I'm like,
Oh wow.
oh, well then.
Yeah. No, Conlan and I, we like doing this. It's what we do.
No, it's nice.
Even though I haven't posted in like a month and a half. But
That was on, I think, a bit of my fault because I wasn't sending anything because I didn't know if like you guys had something planned, or I didn't know when to
no,
do
it's
it,
all
like
right.
send a message, and I didn't take initiative on that,
I
so I
probably
didn't
should
know
have
if you were
messaged
gonna.
you anyway.
Yeah, no, it happens though.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of a screw up on both ends. I should have been I should have done something about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
uh,
We're getting it done. That's all that matters. And
yep,
then after
yeah.
this, we'll have a Christmas special and probably release
Ooh.
it Christmas Day or something. I don't know what we're
Mhm.
gonna do for that.
Hmm. you could talk about what I would do for an idea. Maybe we could leave this off here as like a little teaser. But what I would might do is maybe go over Christmas lore and like Christmases around the world, and maybe like for example, you can even talk about like Krampus and stuff like that.
It's a good idea.
Because each somewhere all around the world there's something a bit different, you know,
Yeah.
about each version of Santa and things like that.
That's pretty much what we were gonna do for Thanksgiving. That was what my plan was, and then we didn't do it. I wanted to talk about
Ah.
like the first Thanksgiving and what happened and how the pilgrims were jerks,
Hmm.
pretty much. Well, since Conlan is in here and he was the one that really didn't want to talk about it, Gabe, what do you think of Cyberpunk?
I think that it has a lot of potential.
Don't tell him we did
uh,
this.
yeah, I won't. He'll have to watch the video himself.
Yeah.
I think he has a lot. I think the game has a lot of potential being serious here. I feel like they should have waited. I was talking to. I'm just going to call him DM for short for initial wise. You know who he is. I don't
Yep.
know if he wants to be mentioned, but DM uh wanted me to say a joke as well, which it's kind of too late because I forgot the joke a second or I forgot to say the joke earlier. But he also mentioned that he said that oh yeah, they just spent a week, they could take out all the bugs, and I'm thinking, well, an insider said that they needed like a year and a half to do that.
Yeah.
I said that to him, but I don't think he said, oh yeah, if you work a solid week on the bugs, it goes by real quick, all the bugs will probably just
Yeah.
go. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
we know
think
how he
so.
is,
But
so.
yeah, it's like I don't think so about that. I mean, there's still games to this day like Skyrim that has bugs, or Overwatch,
Yeah.
or I'm just naming off random
That stuff
games.
doesn't
Like,
just go away in a week.
yeah, no, it doesn't go away in a week. It could take a long time. And one of the insiders said, he either said a few months or a year and a half. That's what I've heard. A year
I
and a half or to a few months
Yeah,
to work
I
at the
think it
bugs.
probably needed another year in the cooker. Yeah, it
Hmm.
came out raw, pretty much.
I think that it does have a lot of potential though, and I would, if the game was not buggy and let's just say it was like game of the year status, I would have bought that near instantly. I don't care about the general customization, even though I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
All right,
uh,
what I miss?
we were just talking about aliens.
Yeah.
I was mentioning Gary McKinnon a bit. I don't know if were you there for that?
Probably not.
It was this guy. He was born in Ireland. He has Asperger's, which he used that in the case against him. But he hacked NASA multiple times, and mind you, take this with a grain of salt. He moved to America later. Sorry, I should have specified that. Moved to America. Take this with a grain of salt because he was smoking pot. But he hacked NASA multiple times, and he commented about NASA having really poor security, and he thought he saw aliens and UFOs and other life creatures on NASA pictures, and it was reported like by NASA employees that their mouse would start moving and clicking on like images and going into files, and they wouldn't be doing it. So
Did you just casually hack NASA and started looking
yeah,
through their computers?
I'm just saying, you gotta be pretty damn smart and impressive to be able to hack into NASA.
he said that NASA had shit security.
Oh, I mean, if you can hack into it, yeah, it's probably
Well,
true
yeah,
then.
that's probably not bad now.
Probably
I
not.
don't know when he. Do you know when he did it, Gabe?
When he did it, early 2000s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
oh
I
yeah, it's
imagine
definitely
it's
better
better
then.
now, as it's not.
Funny comment. Like he got off the case about it, so like he got off free. I'm pretty sure. Or to my this is my memory. I have to read about it, but watched a YouTuber who was talking about it. He like made a in-depth video about it. And the funny thing about it is that basically next day after he released the video, he was hacked himself, which sucks. It's like very idiot. It's kind of idiotic. And then then the thing that's so special about it is that he was hacked by the hacker himself, Gary McKinnon. He was hacked by him, the guy who hacked into NASA, and he left a comment on the guy's YouTube channel saying, "Hello everyone, Gary McKinnon here. Don't worry, I enjoyed the video and I think Dankula did a good job. I posted some small corrections in the comments. follow me on my Twitter and on my YouTube. Okay, Dankula, you can have your account back. And then the next day, yeah, no, not next day, a little bit later on, he responded to that Twitter post that he made or that Gary made, saying, "You know what? I'm not even mad." Because I mean, who would be mad at that point? You know,
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah,
I imagine he definitely did improve his password though.
yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, yeah, I was just gonna say.
Um, you know, so that supposedly he went in and looked at all these pictures of alien crafts and whatever. That brings up a
I
good
mean,
One
question.
thought.
What
I mean,
what do you think they
it's
drive?
entirely possible.
I don't think they. I mean, if they drive, well, that'd be interesting. But I
All
think
right.
they. Yeah, I
They
think they
got the
probably
whip.
have. Yeah,
The
they
the
got the
one
whip.
thing I don't know, like you also gotta remember, you got that stereotypical circular flying saucer UFO that you always see in a movie or pictures. So, I mean, like, can you like what is there even to imagine what it looks like? There's so many ships that you've seen in movies. That's like all I can picture it looking
Yeah,
like. For all I freaking know, they're flying a goddamn ship from freaking Star Trek, and they're all Klingons on there. I'm just saying.
yeah. See, yeah,
Yeah, they got.
that's a good one. I don't know what they would look like, and I think from like the very small amount of military, like video, possibly video, it kind of does look like a flying saucer, like this circular thing. And then I've also heard people talk about it being like a ball that flies around in the air.
A ball?
Oh yeah, I mean it's entirely possible. I mean there's like all you can do is guess because there's no definitive proof of
It could be
anything.
anything, yeah, or
Exactly.
a cube or something. Yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the same thing as like what they could look like. You don't know.
Exactly. I've always wondered like how funny would it be if they were like just really tiny beings, but they were definitely way more advanced than we were.
Yeah, like these little, like yeah, they're like like green Martian height, like 2.5 feet tall.
No,
Exactly.
no,
Like
no.
little
Instead,
gnomes.
they're like there's aliens among us. It's like those, like in Men in Black. There's like that alien, like the really small one inside like a human robot suit.
I'm gonna be
Just
honest,
we
I've
have
never seen
those.
Men in Black.
I haven't seen it in forever, but there's like this alien
I've
that's
never watched it
really
either.
small, really small, and it has like a robot suit that's identical to a human.
Oh, really?
And it's inside the human suit, working it and acting like a human.
Oh, really? Doing
And
Never
human
so I'm
wonder if
saying,
things.
dwarves are
yeah,
actually
I'm
just
so I'm
like
saying that there's
actual
like
aliens.
a literally small alien among us. That's
Would you say Conlan?
And dwarves, people that are classified as a dwarf are just aliens. I'm telling you.
Bruh, they're
that's so
spies
bad.
Exactly. See,
gathering information.
I
I've
mean, we
always like that's probably all they're like. If aliens are here, that's probably all they're doing.
That's yeah, observing us.
Exactly.
That's yeah,
like
that's a good
Yep.
question. What do you
Yep.
think they're doing?
2020 is one for the books.
Yeah, yeah, they're writing this stuff
they
down. They're
like I
recording
said
it
got
all.
a
earlier,
five. They got a 5 book series on 2020.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
it's a zoo to them. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't need to put us in cages. We put ourselves in cages already.
Yeah. They're just along for the ride. They're just watching it, checking it out.
Do you
Um,
think what happens instead? They don't care about us humans, but they care about the aliens. Or not the aliens. I mean, the aliens care about the animals. Sorry, jeez 'em.
they're
They care about the
oh
animals. They don't care about
Looking
us.
how to
They're like,
preserve life just for animals. Find out how to wipe the human race.
yeah.
yeah, maybe that's why they have such a focus on cows. You're like, bro, look at this cow.
Yeah.
Look, he makes milk. Or
That's
look,
why
they
they're
make
taking cows.
milk.
They
Yeah,
like them. They think they're cool. They're like,
they
screw the
make milk,
humans.
bro.
Cows
Yeah,
won't
I
do
mean,
anything
I
if
don't
they see
know.
us, but humans will freak out.
Humans make mustard gas. Cow make milk.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that I don't know if aliens actually pick up cows. If they pick up
No, I
sheep
highly doubt it.
or their people. Get that.
What happens if they're cold blooded?
What was that?
What happens if they're like cold blooded?
I don't know.
Hot.
Oop.
They got
You,
the
you ever wonder, like they're probably just hiding out in Antarctica.
yeah, in some secret bunker.
Exactly. Well, like in Armada, that book I was telling you about, like they found them on Europa,
Oh yeah.
which is a moon of Jupiter's.
Oh right. Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, you know how like there's apparently like Nazi bunkers and friggin' like was it Antarctica? Like
Argentina.
old not well, not Argentina. It was like somewhere cold. I
Oh
read
really?
something along. Yeah, it was like they had some Nazi bunkers in like Antarctica that they found and that we found, and I was just gonna say, what happens instead? There's just Nazis living, not Nazis. I mean aliens living in Nazi bunkers.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, actually, in Armada, like one of the first symbols they made on Europa was the Nazi symbol.
Really?
Yeah,
Uh,
swear to God.
You're like,
And we
gee,
took
this
that
is
as a
so
threat,
cool.
so we started. Yeah, in the book they took it as a threat, so they started to attack him.
oh my
That's
god.
how that's how we pissed him off.
Bruh.
When you
Nazis,
brought that up, I totally forgot about it until you brought it up.
Nazi aliens.
Then yeah, great.
Pog.
Great. As if it couldn't get any worse. First it's aliens, then they're Nazi aliens.
Wait, I got a good question. You know how like we're talking about they had to be at peace and things like that, blah blah blah. What happens instead? They are just actual like Nazi aliens, and the way they got peace is because they had like their. I know this
Sounds
sounds
like
kind
some
of fucked.
South Park shit.
Yeah, I know this sounds kind of fucked, but like they're like they're what's it's like they're Nazi utopia to the aliens, and so
Oh my god.
they it's like the only one type of alien. They're like, yeah, we'll be nice to you, you know.
The Aryan.
Yeah, that's what
The
I'm saying.
like a yeah. Only certain aliens are okay. The ones with yeah, with blonde hair and blue eyes.
I'm saying their own version of Aryan, and that's the
Yeah.
whole empire is this like Nazi X like alien
Yeah, that's how
thing,
they're
and
at
they're like,
peace. They took over
yeah,
the
that's
rest
what
of the
I'm saying.
galaxy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
What happens
just
if
one
it's like
Aryan
something?
race.
What happens if it's something like that?
Oh
I
no.
mean, who knows,
Storming the
dude?
beaches of Jupiter.
Aliens is such an interesting topic, man.
It is. We could talk about it all day, couldn't
There's
we?
just so many possibilities with it.
And that's the fun in it, you know? Because we don't really know.
And yeah, exactly. And the chances we know in our lifetime, I feel so slim.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we'll figure it out in our lifetime.
Man, yeah, how future generations do.
I hope it's like I hope it's like Futurama.
Uh,
Futurama had the best space.
oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Fry was frozen, for 1,000 years. You see all the time flashing by in the background. We get attacked by aliens, rebuild, and now we're friends with the aliens.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe that's what it'll take.
How fun would it be to live in the year 3000? Well, I don't
Probably
know.
good but bad.
On our
If it were
timeline, I don't
me,
know. If it was like
if it were me,
Futurama.
man, if
What?
it were me, man, right now, I would not want to go ahead 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Too unpredictable. I don't know. I know where we are right now is pretty safe at the moment, kind of.
I wouldn't say that, but
Do you think the year 3000 would be better?
maybe, man, just maybe.
It'd be a
Never know
tough
though.
choice to make.
When you're born in 2004 and realize you'll live to see 3004.
Wait a second. True. Hmm. Well, that puts us at right about an hour, guys. What do you say?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
From
I think that we've brought up some interesting points.
Nazi
Sounds
aliens.
interesting.
Fucking 5-hour podcast, so we kept going, but
Actually, one of the guys that I worked with, he listened to like 7-hour podcasts.
Oh, dude, I believe it. Yeah, there's people there. Yeah, there's podcasts. Yeah, that go for hours and
I don't
hours.
think we would. Can we not do that?
No, I'm all good.
Could you imagine if I'm like, hey, Conlan, 7-hour
Hey,
podcast?
Peter.
Oh, dude, if you told me that, I would ditch you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. All right,
Well, I
guys.
thank you guys for
Not to
having me
mention
on.
how you gonna have fun getting 7 hours of gameplay to use.
Oh my lord, Conlan.
You just play like
Also,
play a story
just
game.
just rendering and uploading a 7-hour video.
Yeah, that's
and editing.
that's about the point where you just want to go on like an actual podcast streaming service, and so you don't have to put
Exactly.
video in.
Exactly.
Although I got some Battlefield 4 footage today, so I'm doing
Oh
really
yeah.
bad in it. So, to those of you who made it to the end, I hope you liked my terrible Battlefield footage. I just got it on PC, so I'm not very good at keyboard and mouse.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
That's why I would just plug my controller in and use that.
it is pretty much the same. I probably should when I record, so then I'm actually doing
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I thank you for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure,
I've
Gabe.
enjoyed it, and this was a very interesting topic. So, yeah, thank you guys again. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys ever want me back on the podcast. I would hope so. But I would
No,
be
we
down
didn't
to.
like you here. Never come back. Never show your face
Yeah,
around
you're
here.
not coming on here
No,
again.
I'm joking. No, but if you guys want me back on, I'd be delighted to come back on.
Awesome. Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Mhm.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah. See you, Gabe. All right,
That was
Conlan.
interesting.
Yeah, that was fun. We're definitely gonna have more guests on. I think
Yeah.
I don't know if I told the channel this, but every fourth episode is gonna be a guest. So the next time we have a guest will be episode 8.
Yeah.
That's what it is for now. That's subject to change, but I'm pretty sure that's what I want to do.
Yeah. Next episode, I'm talking about Cyberpunk. I'm just saying.
Yes, that for sure. We were talking about Cyberpunk, 100%. That'll probably take as much time as this one did. About an hour.
I can go all damn day. Plus, I'll have way more time to have, completed it.
That's true. Get some research in. Get your final thoughts. Do you think you'll finish it?
Oh, 100%.
Good, good.
And I mean that figuratively and literally.
I need a good source, and you should be it since you're a friend. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hey, we'll see you next time.
See you next time, boys.